Hello, I'm a walrus.
Hi there, it's Kaynak here, and I'm an Arsenal writer for Football.London.
Kaya, I'm bored. I like it when 22 people kick a ball around and I base my entire mood for the week based off of the result of them doing the kicking. That hasn't happened in a while. Which means we have to talk about the transfer window. What's going on with that?
The transfer window has been about as measured as you'd expect so far, given it's been open for about a week. Arsenal fans went into meltdown when Spurs signed Ivan Perisic, Fraser Forster, and then agreed a deal for Yves Bissouma. But things seem to have calmed down a little bit more now that the club are closing in on a deal to get Fabio Vieira from Porto.
Yes, I've always loved him. Big fan since his birth. Please don't ask me any more detailed questions about him.
That's, of course, not their first signing of the summer transfer window. They've already completed a deal for Marquinhos from Sao Paulo for about $3 million, while Matt Turner is set to arrive from the New England Revolution as the backup to Aaron Ramsdale, replacing the outward-bound Bernd Leno. We're expecting the club to be in for another striker and another midfielder, with Man City's Gabriel Jesus and Yuri Tielemans of Leicester being heavily linked. Fullback could also be on the cards as Mikel Arteta seeks to bolster his squad for the increased amount of games that are coming up because of the Europa League. As for outgoings, we're expecting plenty of those, with many loanees from last season like Matteo Guendouzi, Lucas Torreira, Ainsley Maitland-Niles, Hector Bellerin and Alex Runarsson likely to leave the club in one way or another. Of course, there are plenty of other players like Nicola Pepe who could be on their way out too.
Thank you. Well, let's go into a little bit more detail about one of the confirmed signings. But first,
are you looking for a hot sauce that's not amazing, but also not bad? A hot sauce where you always know what you're getting. Introducing Mobasco sauce. This hot sauce will tickle your taste buds from side to side and has a consistency you won't find anywhere else. It's also happy to sit on the shelf until you decide you need it. It's Mobasco sauce. It won't set your mouth on fire, but it also won't set your arse on fire, because 6 out of 10 is better than out of 10. It's Mobasco sauce.
This podcast is supported by a Patreon community that produces our own fake commercials for products that don't exist rather than taking money from betting companies. If you are interested in joining, there's more information in the description below. Okay, back to the podcast. I have 2 rules on if I like a new signing or not. 1. Are they easy to draw? And 2. Are they good? Fabio Vieira checks off easy to draw, but is he good? For that, let's go to Scott Willis of the Arsenal Vision podcast and Crab Stat. Hello, Scott.
Yeehaw!
Scott, what can you tell us about Fabio Vieira?
Wow. Don't you just love it when a signing that doesn't have that slow drip of interest and the reports of teams monitoring them for months on end finally happens? It's a nice change of pace to have a surprise signing, and even better when that signing is also an exciting young talent. Fabio Vieira from Porto looks to be a versatile creative midfielder destined to help Arsenal return to our rightful place as diminutive playmaker FC.
I'm going to level with you, Scott. I am not smart enough to understand this chart.
Vieira excels as a passer, almost literally jumping off my charts with his pass efficiency, and he backs that up with creative numbers in the 80th and 90th percentile.
Where are you seeing that?
He backs that up.
Okay.
Excellent technical skill on the ball, good carrying numbers, and solid dribbles. To top things off, he even has an eye for goal, with 6 goals last season for Porto, coming from 0.25 expected goals per 90.
I see that he's good at deep connections. Sometimes my therapist and I are good at those too.
With similar players in my similarity model, including David Silva, Nico Barella, and Kevin De Bruyne, it's hard to be anything but excited for Arsenal's newest young signing.
I am very excited. Well, that's all the time we have. Thanks for coming on.